touch that dial as it be. In case you want to support us, this is December. Kindly go ahead and do it. Maka ndị banyị si n'ogbo ọja na-eme gịnị na ọ na-efichakwa n'imi. Maka na ife eji esoro anya kwukwu bụ na ọ nyụrụ anyụ na ọ ga-agba agba ya bụ ife nkịta kwulu. Kedekwa mụnụ maka na ebe nwata na-ebe akwa atụ aka na nne ya nọlị ya. Ọnya bụkwanụ na nne ya nọ ya bụ ebe. Were asọrọ Igbo ekene m unu. Igbo mụlụ udo, Igbo mụlụ nze mụọ ọzọ. Igbo gbachapụla agbachapụ ndị eji eme ọnụ. Maka na ọ bụ na ijebe ebe niile n'ụwa na ọ bụ na efulu onye Igbo asị gị gbanaba na ya bụ ebe n'ụzọ adịla ya. N'ọkwanụ ndị Igbo na-eje ebe ụzọ na-adịlọ ma mee ka ụzọ dị. Ekene m unu. Ya, ekene m unu. Ya, ekene m unu. Ya. Lieno, nwano, anyị sị ụmụ anyị zụọ anyị. Anyị zụọ ụmụ anyị ka ụmụ anyị zụọ anyị. Nwe na-asị na arọ 2024 na-apịakọla ọnụ. Nya bụ ife dịka ọnwa ike amalụtekwana ya aka n'afọ Jizọs. Na nya bụ ife dịka ife ọjọọ, ife mberede okporo ụzọ si unu ndị na-anata anata, ndị ga-esi mba ofesi, ndị ga-esi obodo ndị ọzọ na-anata n'ala Igbo anyị sị ka abịakọtụlụ ngaji n'eze n'ọkwanụ ka ndị Igbo si eme ya. Ọkwanụ so onye Igbo bụ onye na-abụ ojebe mba ojesi olotu ụnọ. Maka na ndị be anyị si egbejeli ije nya lụọ ọnụ nya ka agụlụ n'egwu. Egbejebeli jolu nọ. Egbejebeli jolu nọ. Egbejebeli jolu nọ. Ụnọ amaka o. Egbejebeli jolu nọ. Egbejebeli jolu nọ. Egbejebeli jolu nọ. Ụnọ amaka. Ha! Onye bụ egwu ala Chukwuma ya bụ na ịma ya bụ na iso na ndị gboo. Ịma na ife a bụ Yuletide season ka anyị nọ nya ka njisi ka m were asụsụ Igbo wee na-agụzi unu mana mma na-asụkwa bekee dịka anyị si eme ya. Nsụtụkwa Igbo ma asụtakwa bekee wee na-asị egbejeli ije ya lutekwa n'ụlọ amaka. Na ya ndị be anyị ndị n'obodo oyibo, ndị nọ Amerịka, ndị nọ USA, ndị nọ Germany, ndị nọ Canada na-asị unu na ya bụ oge elugokwanụ. Ọ ga-eji echeta ọmụmụ onye nwe anyị bụ Jizọs Kraịst. Ọ ga-ejikwa agwọlị na-akụ ngaji n'eze. Ọ bụrụ ndị Owere asị na aṅụkwanụ ata agbanwe mmanya na nke bụ okwu agwụla. Nwe na-asị na ụwa bụkwa na ata agbanwe mmanya maka na onye dị ndụ na ya bụ onye na-atụ ụgbọ aṅụ mmanya. Amaka osi na dị otu ọbụla o si dị na ya bụ ọnwa Disemba ekeresimesi. Ya bụ na ị nwere ife olili ma na ife ndị ịkwadobe ya bụ ife ndị ibu n'uche na ọ ya emeli n'afọ 2024 mana ọ bụ na ọ bịara na mmezu. Nwanne m egbukwa n'onwe gị maka na afọ ọzọ ka na-abịa. 2025 bụ afọ ọzọ maka na mgbọsị amụrụ dike na mba ka amụkwalụ dike na mba ọzọ maka na mgbọsị onye abụrụ mgbọsị onye ọzọ. Mgbọsị nke ndị na-adị n'iche n'iche maka na ha nwere ndị ọtụtụ ndị amụrụ na ọnwa Disemba mana kama na ọ bụla ofu mgbọsị ka amụrụ fancha niile. Onye bụ ka ọ bụrụ bụ na Chineke ka ụwa kesị onye ọbụla Kenya mgbe ife nlute aka nke ga-eji bịa so ejina na nke nwanne ya elute gị aka ka ije nwere ya MV. Nwana asị ụmụ ikolobịa biko nụ bifo ndaba n'ihe nchọrọ ikwu ka unu welụkwana ya nwayọọ. Ife anyị na-anụzi kịta bụ kidnapping. Ndị a na-emekwanụ kidnapping ọkwa mmadụ na-eme na-ekidnapụ mmadụ ibefa n'ihi ego maka ọchịchọ. Nwana asị unu biko nụ delụnụ jụụ maka na onye na-enwere onye emesịa nwee onye gbaba mbọ maka na aka aja nya bụ ife na-ebutekwa n'ọnụ mmanụ. Ndị be anyị ekene m unu. Ya mana ụfọdụ na-asị na mmadụ asị Igbo na m ọ bụ ezigbote nwa afọ Igbo amụsịrị amụsị aṅụkwana m ala n'ala Igbo nyụjuo mmiri ala afọ ṅụọ mmiri ala ka nwoke si aṅụ ala. Ịma na ụbọchị taa ọ na-abụzi ndị Gen Z mommy ọ bụ na enye nwa ala 6 months ya bụ ọnwa 6 asị ka enyedebe ka nya bụ ala ya ịda. Mana ekwesịrị inye ha tụmadụ ụmụ nwoke kwesịrị achọkwa na ịṅụ ala ihe dịka 2 years ma 3 years. Ụmụ nwoke ana m ekwutekwala unu ọnụ unu. Ekene m unu. Ya ụmụ nwoke kwesịkwanụ a na-enyefe ala fa aṅụchala ala ife dịka 2 years ma 3 maka na nwoke ada akwụsị ala ịṅụ ala akwụsị maka na na-abụkwanụ nwoke ṅụsị ala nne ya ọṅụkwanụ nke enyi ya nwaanyị ọṅụsịkwanụ nke enyi ya nwaanyị ọṅụa nke nwunye ya. Bịa bụrụ ndị ụfọdụ ọ na-amasị ịnụ nwaanyị ịtọ ma ịnọ ma ise ma ọ bụ ịsaa. Ya bụ ife adịghịkwa njọ. Ọ bụ na ị nwere ego ị ga-eji wee kwado fa onye ọ masịkwa na ịnụ ofu ọnụkwanụ maka na libido ndị oyibo na-akpụ ya libido libido mmadụ niile abụrụ ofu and onwe ka ọbụna ofu nwaanyị ka ịnụ ọbụna nwunye gị abụrụ onye na-anabatacha ife mmekọ na nwaanyị nke dị ukwuu onwe ka ọbụna nwoke bụ onye na-ala ikike ya nke ukwuu na-emekọ ife mmekọ na nwaanyị nwoke na nwaanyị na ọ na-emetụ ya ọfụma ụfọdụ ụmụ nwaanyị abụkwanụ ndị na-ala na-afụsị ife ndị a n'anya onwe ndị ọ na-abụ imekatịa fasị gị di nwe ụlọ n'ike agwụkwanụ m na gị welokene ya nwayọọ ọnya mere na ụfọdụ nwoke na-anụkwa n'ife dịka nwaanyị na-abụ ma ịtọ ma ịnọ ma ise ịghọtago ọ bụla ife ọjọọ kama na ịchọkwa ịnụ kaba arụ fụ na aka siri gị ike ịfụ na ka isi m onye nke ka isi m onye nke dịka nwoke a na-akpọ Nnedi Nwoko itene ka ndị nwunye dị ọ nụchasara ụmụ nwaanyị mara mma and ọ na-enetasịfa ncha anya ọfụma igolo onye nke moto igolo onye nke ọzọ igolo onye nke ọzọ igolo onye nke ọzọ isi alụfa abalị fa onye nke anwa abalị Tọzdee onye nke anwa abalị Fraịde ị na-emekwanụ ka fa ncha niile esie nri kama ọ bụrụ ofu onye sie onye ọbụla elie onye nke ọzọ sikwa onye ọbụla elie ka udo wee dị ị na-emekwanụ onye nwekwanụ onye ịlaiki karịsịrị iche ịlaiki godu mmadụ karịa iche ga-edebie n'obi gị atụmadụ na nwaanyị anụtara ọfụ na ọ na-achapụkwa n'anya karịa nke ochie maka na ọ nara ọrụ moto azụrụ ọfụ na nke a na-agbagbu mbụ ngwanụ ka anyị daba n'ife ọmụma anyị nke anyị nweta m ga na-asụzi ya n'oyibo ka ọra nọ n'ụwa niile wee na-anụ olu m. Alright, welcome back. One of Muhammadu Buhari's allies, a minister that served during his tenure, has made a shocking confession. He said, "We deceived Nigerians and lied to them," Buhari's former minister confessed. Solomon Dalong admits Buhari's administration deceived Nigerians, reveals shocking truths. Solomon Dalong, former Minister of Youth and Sports under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, has made a startling admission about the government he once served. In a candid interview on the Micon podcast with popular TV host Seun Okimboloye, Dalong confessed that the Buhari-led government misled Nigerians throughout its 8 years tenure, acknowledging that much of what the administration promised did not align with the reality experienced by the people. Dalong, who served in the Federal Executive Council (FEC) during Buhari's first term from 2015 to 2019, expressed his disappointment with the government performance, reflecting on the broken promises and the administration's failure to meet expectations. He remarked, "I am completely disappointed because what we told Nigerians was not what happened. We lied, we deceived Nigerians. Even though we used the phrase 'people deceive people' to criticize the PDP, People's Democratic Party, during our campaigns, we ended up being a replica of the same thing we are accused of." Alright, this is coming from Dalong. He has criticized openly the administration of the former president of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari. He served in the first tenure as the minister. I think he served as minister. Minister of Youth and Sports under the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, the former president of Nigeria. If gonu ebe mmiri wee mee gịnị wee baa n'anya bụ ụgbọgụlụ maka na anọ na-ajụ kedu ife melụ na ọ bụrụ ife dịka na China, America, London, UK, Spain, all these places is that if the leader falters in the constitution or embezzles money and the rest of them, they usually jail these people. Some even is either they sentence them to death and the rest of them. But in Nigeria, the opposite, or should I say the reverse, is the case. The governors pack the money, and at the end of everything, they use that money to buy the seat of the Senate. And the presidents pack the money, and at the end of it, they use the money to build golf for themselves, and there they reside, enjoying themselves, and nobody disturbs, perturb, or trouble them. I think it has been a long time we heard that any president that have served this country called Nigeria since 1999 was dragged to prison or was dragged to court to face some looting and the rest of them. And even though they usually oppress other people like Emefele, nwatakịrị nna ya mụrụ bụ anya Emefele o wee jezie Amefee. As it is, report has it that about 700 and something duplexes was recovered from him. And sometimes I wonder what greediness, what wickedness, what a bad heart that our politicians are portraying. They are supposed to be masterpiece of example, people, who will be looking up to and make sure that we are building a better nation. And when you hear things like marginalization, secession in this country, this will give you a picnic of, of what is happening, of what these people are doing, and why people are actually fighting for their freedom, and why they actually want to secede from the nation called Nigeria. Because the governmental structures and the governmental mercenaries have become so dilapidated that they have gone beyond repair. It cannot be repaired again. Because as the corruption is going, the young ones, the young youths, are learning. They are taking over. Like when another football, for example, people like Lionel Messi and Ronaldo are fizzling out. Other people are coming into play. There was a time it was people like Beckham, Ronaldinho, Bebeto Carlos, and the rest of them. Some of these people who were trending, and other people have come over and take over from them. And the same thing applies to politics. And once somebody becomes your admirer and you becomes the person's mentor, whether direct or indirectly, the person tends to do better than you, even more than you. So the politicians we have in this nation, their mentorship pattern is mentorship of, mentoring the young ones on how to manipulate the governmental powers, manipulate figures, embezzle, and make home what is supposed to be for the general public for their own self. I remember the other time the government talked about palliative, nano loan to the people. Up until now, a lot of people who feel their name to receive this nano grant have not been able to receive it. It's not that this money was not provided, it was provided, but somehow, the bourgeois, the cabals have, squandered this money. Meanwhile, this is where I'll be winding down the question. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, I'm gonna kenemunu kandobili. Go ahead and write, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you will be the first to work. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
What we are doing on the ground. So these are the things that already the committees are working on. We have all these things covered. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, my PM, and we are calling you from Edda State. Thank you so much. And may Chukwu Okike Abịama keep you. Thank you.
Thank you. And then also, let me also say that the delegitimization after 2nd of December, there are a lot of things that will be happening. We will make sure that all these tax collectors that are giving tax to the Biafrans in the market and their businesses, we will give them a chase of their life. It is not going to be only the terrorists in uniform. We will give chase to anybody collecting tax for Nigeria. So they will end up carrying gun to be able to collect tax from our Biafra people. We will give them a chase of their life. That's where, I just want to give you people a hint of what to expect. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, able and capable PM. Please, Helen, bring your question, please, very quickly, 60 seconds, please.
Thank you very much, my minister. I don't know if you can hear me because the network is trying to throw me out. Yeah, okay. I appreciate every one of you, Minister Sonny Akparawa. I appreciate you. I appreciate your good work, everything that you are doing to support for our freedom. God bless every one of you and continue to strengthen you. Thank you, our minister, our prime minister, the Agbadagburu of our time, the Leviathan that has come to end the zoo. I am so happy and I say I love you. We from Urobo Isoko State, we say we love you, sir. My question goes like this, because there is this very close family of mine, I can say family friend of mine from Oduduwa, They have been so worried of their safety if Biafra should come, that their people, they are not ready to defend themselves. Like the Fulanis are going to ravage them immediately Biafra will leave. If they will be permitted to cast their vote now and keep their voters card, when Biafra come, if they will be allowed to nationalize for Biafra nation. So I said this is a concern that I have to put before you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
We don't want to be addressing the issue of who want to nationalize now. That is too forward. Let them help us and support our freedom first. And then later on, we will talk about that. It is not now that we are fighting to free ourselves and people will be interested in getting our nationality. I don't know what kind of overspeed is that. Let them pray and support us financially. We have the IOU that is open for everybody. So the IOU may serve as a pathway to Biafra citizenship, of course, based on individual assessment. So there are countries that are doing citizenship by investment, for example. Biafra, may, because of the situation we find ourselves, using the IOU may be a pathway to the Biafra citizenship. But of course, that will be handled on individual basis. You are not going to be Gumi, and then you give us IOU, I expect us to give you citizenship. I don't know, you know. So anybody like that will not be having access to anything citizenship of Biafra. But if you give us IOU, if you sign our IOU and support Biafra, we will assess your your situation individually. And if we see that you meet the requirement and you are not a terrorist and all that, well, you pass the requirement and all that, then you don't have any. I think it will be a pathway to the the program we are going to run on citizenship by investment, for example. So like other countries that are doing well are doing it. So we're not going to lock our.
Tupu ya gaa n'iru biko metụ aka na share button, share ya bụ ife na anụ, metụ aka na subscription and turn on notification. Ọ dị nnukwu mkpa tupu ya gaa n'iru gosiri ihe ndị ọzọ fọnụ.
But the point now is that let people not focus on having Biafra citizenship. Let them focus on helping us first to achieve our independence, and they become our everlasting friends. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Sister Helen. Thank you so much. Biafrans, please understand that David Nana, please bring your question, please.
Thank you so much. Good evening, my Prime Minister. Am I coming out, sir?
Please go ahead. You are loud and clear, please.
Okay, sir. The Minister of Information and the Deputy, I salute each and every one of you. My Prime Minister, good evening from my location. My question is this, my Prime Minister. Recently, we have seen you having meetings with senators from all around the world, especially from the US Congress. I want to ask you, Biafrans want to know, when you meet all these lawmakers from this part of the countries, and when you tell them of the plight and atrocities of the Nigerian state against Biafrans and indigenous populations, what are their reactions? Do they feign ignorance? And secondly, what are they doing if after telling them about the still incarceration of our leader Mazen Ndoku Kanu, what are their reactions and what are they doing towards penalizing Nigeria for the atrocities committed against our leader? That's number one question.
I don't think you are actually asking me to start explaining details of the meeting I have with the Congress. But what I have to tell you is that when I have this meeting with them and explain what is going on, many of them are shocked. They are shocked for the fact that nobody has ever brought the issue to them previously, until now. That is number one shock they are getting, that this whole thing is happening and nobody has actually brought it to them. And so after that shock, we'll begin to discuss and brainstorm on what can be done. And those brainstorm on what can be done is where we are now. So everyone I have met has showed their sympathy to Biafra people. And of course, the next is to brainstorm on what can be done and how it could be done. So we are there. We are on that particular stage now. So, and there are many people I'm still going to meet anyway. Many of the Congress and other, policymakers and all that I'm still going to meet. So there are many of them, and this is not something of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, or even 1 year. This is something that's going to be a very long-term work, So, and that of course involve some kind of hearing. They're going to organize a hearing at the end of the day, where this issue will be raised, and maybe, somebody from the government of Biafra will go there to answer some question or maybe make some presentation. So these are the processes.
I don't know if I can ask my second question. I can't hear my PM.
You can't hear PM? That means you need to go out and come back again, because your net system might be having problem. PM is responding to your question already. Okay? Go out and come in again. PM, sir, go ahead, sir, if you're still responding.
No, I've responded. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Please, Mary, bring your question. Please be precise and make it 60 seconds. Those other people in the room, please raise your hands. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Pastor Vam. Good evening, Awaitere Kondo. Good evening, sir.
Who is that? Please, hold on. Who is that? David, please hold on. You're going to come back. Somebody else pick the microphone. Let her finish, then you come back, please. Just hold on. Mary, please go ahead.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Itiare Konde Komdo Information Minister. Everyone, all Biafran, so you come. Good evening, everyone. Sir, please, I have one question for you. Like our forests, our bushes, because we are declaring our freedom. Our freedom is not for only humanity, it's all for the nature. What I mean is like in our tree, our animals, the Nigerian government, the way they make things difficult, they don't scare even human being, talk less of our animal. And we are losing a lot in our nature. Especially our tree, like, old tree, very long years. But now we don't have those things anymore. Sir, please, I'm asking, very soon we are declaring our nation. Are we going to have law to save our nature too? Because already our people don't even know, like, it's not only woman you can save. They destroy everything. Sir, please, the Biafrans, our nation, are we going to have mercy for the humanity, like to leave our nature grow and to turn for who we are? Thank you, sir. That is my question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, PM, did you get her question?
If not that this question is coming from you, I would just say no. Because I see it as, because you have asked this question before and I have addressed this question. And how can you be expecting that we don't have love for animals?
No,
so,
I
but
did not ask, so this is the first time, sir.
Okay, but I have addressed this same question several times. So okay. Yes, we're going to have that.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much for coming up with that. David, please, if you can hear the PM, can you hear the PM now, David?
Yes, I can.
Okay, go ahead and bring that other question.
Okay, my number 2 question, my PM. We have the 40 United States of Biafra. I want to know, you see, it is really, really very difficult for Biafrans to come to the acceptance of one particular place as the capital of Biafra land. How were you able to make it very possible that even after declaring Ebube as the confederating capital of Biafra, there was no state that was murmuring, oh, FCT should be in Enugu or in Aba or in Iguacha? But once that was declared by you, there was no murmuring or wrongling among our people. What was can I say, how did you do that? That everybody accepted that without any wrangling, sir?
I did not declare Ebube the capital. The structure of the capital and the structure of the state has been there. All we did was to activate it. Thank you.
Okay. My third question, my PM. You see,
Master David, hold on, please. The question you asked and the way you put it contradicted the points you made at the end of the day. You said Biafrans are hard to convince to come to terms of agreeing to one thing. Then at the end of the day, you said when we declared Ebube as the capital, they did not come back fighting again. You've contradicted everything you're saying. Biafrans are not fighting themselves because of one thing or another, and they don't fight or have it hard to agree on being one. It has been the enemies that have been sowing the seed of discord amongst Biafrans. When we were fighting in the 66 to 70s, you saw the unity of Biafrans. With just a nip, you saw how the elders of Biafra gathered around Ojukwu. They gave him all the support, and then we were able to surmount one Nigeria. And today, the Biafran government in exile encompasses of all the representatives of the 40 states of Biafra and above, of which you'll be seeing more of the Biafran state that will be coming to pay allegiance and to be one of the Biafran nations. So Biafran people are united and they don't have this share of dissociation or hating themselves or fighting for one thing or had to agree to come together. It has been the way one Nigeria has wanted that narrative to be going. So going forward, every Biafran should desist from accepting that to be who you are. Thank you.
thank you so much, my Minister of Telecommunication, for that correction. Thank you so much. My PM, my third question goes like this. 2 months ago, you made a very big discovery and important in the life of every Biafran. In Nigeria, we have professors. We have those who call themselves learned colleagues. But you are the only person that came out to be able to tell us and prove to us that while we were studying geography in schools in Nigeria, we have north, east, west, and south. How was it able that all these years, Biafran territory, southeast was placed on the other side of the map instead of being in the real original and geographical location that is it's supposed to be all around the world? Was it because there was a voodoo that was used against the whole Nigerians? Or what was responsible for you discovering this? Even when you went to school while still in Nigeria, nobody was able to pinpoint that error from the government.
I think the question you should have been asking is that after I have raised that issue, do you hear anybody discussing it still? You know, and I don't know how we were able to pass the geography. You know, we went to write exam of the geography in the school, and then they say North Pole, South Pole, and at the end of the day, you pass the exam. That's actually what I still don't understand. But if you see, look at the map, you know that that is, you know, and on top of that, they created something called South-South. Yet, people accepted it. Yet, those who call themselves professors, including those who parade themselves as the learned one, like you hear them carrying fire, who Patutomi, all of them, they accepted it. All these people accepted South-South. They could not even find something, you know, other name to give it, but they say South-South. They would have said maybe Southeast 2, or Southeast 2nd, Southeast 1st, Southeast 2nd, and even the Southeast is wrong. But as I'm talking to you today, nobody have discussed it in any national television or anything, but they know that it is wrong. So it is the reason why the people are not discussing it is because, one, Nigeria was designed for people not to pay attention to something that is realistic. So everybody is struggling on how to survive, how to make money, how to be better than your
say this man say they don't sign write petition against them for 2021 based on terrorism because he don't they reach when they go declare the independence and referendum of the people of Biafra. Remember that Judas was one of the closest disciple to Jesus. He was the finance minister. He was the one that was, carrying the money and all these things. He was the one that was doing everything, and he was part of the main body of Jesus, of Christ, part of the disciples. But he sold his master for common 30 pieces of silver. Meanwhile, his master has been feeding him for 3 years. They have been together. They have been walking around. He take him to all the travels and everything. But just because of 30 pieces of silver, he sold his master. And that is the same thing that had happened to the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa Nwanjoko. The people will be say where they betray him, and the people where they very, 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 very close to him. Now the people will know him in and out. Now the people will know when they say good morning and good night. Now those people and betray him. And that reminds me that this December, you need to be very, 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 very careful. Know the people you drink with, know the people you parole with, know the people you move around with. Make you no go say you go for your village, go there over happy. They drink, they open your drink, things say you and everybody be the same. I know what made they carry you nozu, bring you, bury you for January. You know go come back to your shop, or you know go back to the country, or you know go to where you dey live. Another thing is make you stop cho because cho no good. All this cho of how many millions where you get, how many billions where you get, and all those things. If you get plenty money, make you dey on kunkun, because boys are not smiling these days. The kind of kidnapping issue where we dey hear these days, I got ego. So, because about the cho as you dey go back, as you dey house, as you dey do anything for this Christmas. I say, may Chukwu Kabiama, onye bi n'eluigwe, make he bless you, bless your family. Concerning the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government, Mazi Simon Ekpa, we don't dey hear kepu say the people will be saying at them do all these plots, even from NIG here, even from the Musa part, the army them. They say they no even gree go for Finland, go answer for their case. So, of course, you know that for court, they get what they call complainant and defendant. They say complainant never even go there since. And waiting they see, they wait for make they come clear the case. Where we say they put for one system on head. And upon that, if those people no go clear their case, now be say they go release the man. But of course, you know that the man case have been adjourned to next year. Next year is just next week. It's already here. Today is the 25th of December. So we have not less than 7 days to be in the year 2025. Ya wụrụ ịkpara ishi, ya wụ na ịzụta hunu moto, ya wụ na ịzụ ọkụkọ, ya wụ na ịzụ ewu. No kill yourself. Next year go better past the year where we say we dey for inside. I say make the Lord Chukwu Abiyama bless you and bless your family. Amen. 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 All right, make I bring you the information of the day where we say it dey happen live. Imo State Police don't buy 3 suspected IPOB members. They don't arrest 2, and also 2 officers lost their life in a gun duel. As it is, remember that as it is now, anything will happen for Alibo, even though say na person with ndị kidnappers, all those things, and then go for parole. The NIG them boys, they tag them IPOB. I don't know why. It be like say they like this IPOB name so much. The Imo State Police Command said 3 suspected members of the indigenous people of Biafra have been killed, while 2 others were arrested during a gun duel with its operatives, and also they lost 2 police officers in our West local government area of Imo State. Police Public Relation Officer of the command, Henry Okoye, who disclosed this through a statement made available to leadership on Tuesday, also said the command lost 2 of its officers in the encounter. Okoye added that operatives of the command anti-kidnapping unit successfully dismantled the notorious syndicate involved in kidnapping and armed robbery. He said on December 9, 2024, the police engaged criminals in a gun duel in Orogwe, Owerri West local government area. 3 suspects were neutralized and 2 other, David Ifanchukwu, male 20 years, and Abuchi Joseph, male 24 years, were arrested. Before I continue, you can see the age of these the Burundi kidnappers. I wonder what a 20 years boy would be doing with all these things, and 24 years old boy. The days of the youth is the day to find out yourself, find out your potentials. It is not the time to enjoy money. It is time to find out your potentials. Find out who you are. Find out what you can become. Find out a lot of things about yourself. It is not time for you to start enjoying money. He accused the gang of involvement in the abduction of Osuji Caleb, Chimereze, and 3 others on November 12, 2024, during which they stole a Mercedes-Benz and other valuables. The police operation followed extensive investigation and intelligence gathering. During the confrontation, the operative recovered 6 AK-47 rifle with breech number 11330 12102 3836 8260 9940 103 rounds of ammunition, a locally made gun, and 2 stolen vehicles, a Mercedes-Benz ML350 with reg number RRT 469FF, and a Hayat shuttle bus JRV 42XE. The suspect had used this vehicle in their criminal activities, including the kidnapping of other victims, Okoye said. He unfortunately announced that 2 police officers were injured during the exchange of fire and later succumbed to their injuries. The Imo State Police Command mourns their loss and commends their dedication in the line of duty. Efforts are now focused on capturing the remaining members of the syndicate who managed to escape during the operation, the statement said. Okoye stressed that in light of the upcoming holiday season, the command under the leadership of CP Aboki Danjuma has intensified patrol and security operations in synergy with other security agencies to ensure a hitch-free Yuletide season. The command urged the police to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities to the nearest police station via their phone number. All right, this one they happen for Imo State. Now where this one they happen? I say no city la. You see the same thing why they tell una so onye nọrọ ya nọrọkwa ji maka na aba na ọjị asị na aba ekwe gị maka aba nọrọ ji asị na aba ekwe gị unu ahụla ka o si adị na-ekene m unu ya kene gị kene ndị ya adị gị kene ndị gị na ha na-adị na mma kene ndị otu gị kene ụmụnne gị. As it is, former president of United States of America has been hospitalized. Let's go down to a tip of that information. Maka na ọ bụrụ ndị mmadụ asị ọ bụrụ onye na-achụ nwaanyị ọsị ya biko nne na ọma ntinyecha ha ncha anyị na oge etinye sọsọ the cap emechakwa oge etinye. Make I just show you the cap of this particular information. Bill Clinton, the former US president, has faced a series of health issues over the years, was admitted to hospital Monday in Washington after developing a fever. His office said President Clinton was admitted at Georgetown University Medical Center this afternoon for testing and observation after developing a fever. The 78-year-old Deputy Chief of Staff, Angel Urena, said on social media platform X, adding Clinton remains in good spirit. All right, remember that today is December. Onyeribe, don't eat your rice alone. If you have enough, give to your neighbors, even though that people have become very bad in these days, but still yet we'll still be doing good. Maka no bu Chineke na-echekwa mmadụ. Ekene m unu. Yeah.